Welcome back, everybody. Here we are for another run of Monster Train, and coming off a few wins, I'm feeling confident enough to try another expert challenge. Slowly working my way through the list here, and I think the next one to try might be this stealthy bosses one. So the major bosses aren't changed, which is nice, but the minor bosses get 5 stealth, and then of course with the duality, that'll end up being 10, so they'll be quite dangerous. I don't quite know what to really abuse here. Obviously, we could try to set up our own stealth in some fashion, or, other stacks of anything really are good. But I think I'm just gonna try random to start, and maybe once I get a feel for the challenge, if we lose here, I can figure out exactly what I'm gonna do next time. But for now, we'll just go with it. I suspect the first two bosses are actually going to be extremely challenging because your deck just sucks at that point, and yeah, I don't know how you're beating a 10 stealth boss with your train stewards, but I guess we'll try to figure that out. Alright, we get Stygian Melting. Oh, interesting. Multi-Strike and Burnout get applied multiple times as well, so Draft's quite powerful. Sap 4 on this, holy moly, okay. This is going to be a wild one. I'm going to keep getting surprised by things being stronger than they are. Oh, these Frostbites are disgusting. 12 Frostbite? Double stacks of all status effects. Holy moly, okay. Oh, we have... Oh, and this is going to gain 2 Shard on every spellcast? Okay. I mean, unfortunate that we have Dregs in terms of Soul Guard. Not working very well with that, but I'm liking the 12 Frostbite. That seems pretty insane. Okay, don't like Volatile Gauge when almost every spell in our deck is free, so we'll go ahead and pick up the token. Not a strong one, but it does something. Alright. Well, all of this gets much better with the double incant. I think I might be more interested in Titan Channel than usual. Usually this is really hard to get off the ground, just because you have to cast so many spells on the later upgrades, but if you're getting 2 per spell, it could be pretty insane. 45-45 is pretty reasonable to begin with. Alright, 10 armor, I think we're totally fine with. Our Frostbite is just going to kill everything in the front. And, well, units in the back will be sad about it, I guess. So, alright, as far as the boss, I guess we kind of don't want to play on the bottom because of the boss, but it's not like he's going to lose 10 stacks of stealth naturally, and train stewards aren't going to slow him down very much anyway. So maybe it's best to just get our hero deployed in the bottom. It can at least eat a lot of hits while the stealth ticks down, and then maybe a couple of stewards can do something at the end. And this will let me get some value out of these foregone powers early on as well. So I'll deploy a steward here and like a drag up here. Do that. Alright, that applying 1,000,000 sap is kind of interesting. We have this draft attacking for 30 as well. Might put a steward here to protect the drag, and then get the draft going on the next floor to try and finish this guy off. And in the meantime, we'll... Oh, we discarded the wrong card. Well, that's okay. I think we'll still be fine. Alright, so this is not dying yet, so we'll want to try and get a power on it, I guess. Okay, discarding the other one is inconvenient. I will say that. This guy gets a damage shield on Slay, so we'd prefer if he didn't Slay. So I guess I can play another Train Steward. That'll at least get us a kill, and we can just play some stuff down here. Unfortunately, I only got one foregone power here. That's not great. You're just getting through. I can't really fix that. So we're gonna play this and not much else on this floor. At least we're killing the backline unit. That's nice. I guess just throw a couple of dregs here in the way, and might as well play the rest of these two. We're just hoping to stack enough frostbite in this thing so it doesn't completely wreck us. Okay, we managed to strip all the stealth, which is nice. Granted, this floor not doing a whole lot, though the giraffe will certainly help that. Yeah, there we go. Alright. That went better than expected, to be honest. Alright. Let's see what ends up being broken here. Spell weakness 2 still not necessarily that good, though it is better, certainly. Ice Tornado. Offering Token lets us play our Guardian Amulet, and we already have all these foregone powers, so we're going to be looking for offering cards pretty aggressively, I think. That said, so much of our hand is free that I don't know how good an Offering Token is. We can play most of our hand every turn anyway, but I'll pick it up sort of tentatively for now. I mean, the drafts are kind of insane, but without a way to extend the burnout or bring them back, they're less good. I could invest in a Wicklash. What banner do we have? We'd have a Remnant banner. Like, if we find a lady of... what's she called? The one that extends burnout. Obviously, sticking 3 drafts behind her is, like, insanity. So, I could try to go hard on the drafts, but maybe grabbing the Wicklash so I can make the drafts I have now work is the smarter play. Well, we immediately get Lady of the Reformed. I'm still going to pick her up. I think she's quite good when we have all these drafts that are, again, multi-strike 3 at this point is pretty insane. Versus, yeah, the Harvest Baron. The Paraffin Enforcer would also make stuff hit quite substantially harder, but I think we need the extra burnout here. Only 100 gold with which to improve her, and the unit we get is not ideal, but it's alright. Alright. And let's see what we've got. Another burnout unit or a Harvest Tycoon. The Harvest Tycoon could be okay for the time being. We can just toss some dregs in front of him, and he kind of does the job as just a temporary money gain unit. Though the Lady of the House also pretty solid. I mean, it's just... with Burnout 6, it's going to last most of the level, and we can throw a Wicklash on it to make it last a little longer. So it's also just a good bridge unit for now. And maybe we find a way to make it do something even better later, so let's give it a shot. And I think I'll give her the extra burnout as well over the Lady of the Reformed, who can kind of get it herself. Yeah, with burnout 8, she's not really at any risk. The Incant, not quite as good, I don't think. I mean, we could give her Incant and then try to put her on the same floor as our champion, maybe, but I guess it does give you 4 armor, huh, instead of 2. That's kind of insane, actually. Alright. This is so strange right now. I just don't know how to even think about it. Alright, enemies on every floor. Means we take some damage, but I think I'm okay with taking a little bit more damage. Let's hope this sweet stealth boss doesn't wreck us too hard. Okay. Again, I think we get Soulguard going on the bottom, where we're going to be casting spells anyway. Then get the lady in the middle with a couple of drafts, ideally. So, get all all that going. Guardian Amulet looking a little bit awkward here. Oh Jesus, these guys have so much rage. I'd forgotten about that. Alright, well, I'm gonna stick one of these in the front and one in the back. Okay, so had I realized the rage issue, I probably wouldn't have taken this challenge. This is a lot more than I had bargained for, but, well, it is what it is. Okay, she wants to come down here. I think I played the Foregone Power at the top still, just to eliminate this damage as much as possible. And don't want to play either of these first. I suppose the Steward survives, there's no harm in getting him down. Was really hoping to hit one of the back units with the extra damage, unfortunately. I need more spells that our lady actually does, or our champion rather, does absolutely anything. We just have drawn like one spell this entire time. You're not going to live for very long, which is a problem. You're getting through, can't do much about that. Well, actually, no, you're... Oh, the days gets doubled too. Oh man, there's so much happening that I'm just not even thinking about. Okay, so that's something to think about on the double floor. Or the top floor, rather. Okay, well, I drew some spells, which at least does something, I guess. There's no room for the Steward, right? So at this point, it's just purge these and apply some Frostbite. We're probably just dead to this boss. The sweep is just going to absolutely wreck this floor. Yeah, unless we just apply enough Frostbite to it that it dies. Pyre can survive a hit. I can't make this combat last any longer, unfortunately, so let's just do this and survive it too, I guess. Okay, so that was a lot more dangerous than expected. I'd forgotten the rage would get doubled, so that's a little bit on me, but here we are. Okay, well, Frostbite seems pretty insane in this challenge. I think this is actually a good combination for this one. Frostbite and Burnout getting doubled are both quite strong. So we'll take the Flash Freeze. And I think I'm happy to see a Purifying Cleanse as well. It can be used for both our tanks. Driftfall wouldn't be a bad one, but I need a way to keep my units alive. Alright, we have Pushback Talos, which is scary, and we don't have a heal either, which is a pretty big concern, I would say. So we can try to pick up a Stygian unit and double a spell of some kind. Well, a spell or a creature, I suppose. Or we pick up a Magic Merchant and a Remnant unit. The Magic Merchant... We don't have that many spells that are great, but could do something with some of these. And the Remnant units do seem pretty good, though any Incant unit would also be insane, I suppose. We could maybe try to pick up space or something and go with a big Incant floor. But I don't have anything I'm super excited to double, so let's go this way. See what we can do. Okay, double stack. Applying 32 Frostbite is pretty disgusting. That's probably going to be the way to go. Let's check our unit. Legion of Wax. What do you do for me, Legion of Wax? Double status effects. Don't think this is the run for them, unfortunately. Generally pretty good one, but Don't think it's really the run for this guy either. I'm gonna skip here. See what's in the cave. Dante, huh? Boy. It's hard to say no to Dante, considering his multi-strike is gonna double. But also, these can very easily kill us. I'm gonna do it. Like, you know, it's a challenge, let's go crazy, but I don't know how reasonable that was to do. Can I afford this? And yeah, I can. Okay, so let's do this. And then reduce the cost, I think, is pretty good. 32 Frostbite kills pretty quickly, and unfortunately don't really want that. So. Well, we'll see how this goes. Our Incant Floor doesn't really care about the pushback too much. Both our units are pretty tough. The Burnout Floor, though, obviously you need the lady at the front, so I might have to just save a spot in front of it for stuff to jump in the way when necessary, and just have the 2 drafts. And that seems like a pretty reasonable strategy to me. So, that said, I think we're just gonna ignore the top floor. The double days is pretty brutal, so let's go Soul Guard, and then Lady, and a Mollusk Mage can just eat a hit, that's totally fine. And you can have a bunch of Frostbite. Okay, we draw our Lady of the House. But I also need these guys to not kill my Pyre, which seems tricky at the moment. I don't know how I'm killing this Foot Soldier. I guess I'm going to try to discard this Guardian's Amulet on this floor. I guess it doesn't really matter where this goes, so whatever, let's just play it. You're dying. You're gonna get -4, so this is gonna hit our Pyre for 1. Okay, we can do that. We can survive 1. Giraffe wants to go here for obvious reasons. This is still gonna be a problem, but I guess we just have to hope to like draw a Flash Freeze or something next turn. Let's see. Yeah, the Foregone Power doesn't do anything on the other floors, so I may as well play it down here. I want to heal. Yeah, I mean, I'll heal you. And that as well. Boy, this is going to be a close one. Okay, we drew the Flash Freeze. That's good. We obviously have to play the Candle, because we don't. You're close to dying, so I guess it's gonna have to be good enough. I need to kill you. Okay, done. I need to make sure you don't get pushed, which this will do, okay. And then we just apply Whiplash somewhere, and I think it makes the most sense to do it on the Multi-Striker here. Candle, not negotiable. Where's our other draft is coming, I guess. We'll put one of you up here. Put one in the front, one in the back. Okay, it looks like we're gonna make it through this fight somehow. Yeah, killing the boss. Alright. Man, that was about as close as it can get. I don't know why I'm doing things, I can only screw it up. Alright, surviving literally at 1. Here we are. Made it. Okay. +5 magic power to spells and hands doesn't sound very good. Most of our spells don't do damage. This is okay. We do have a full burnout floor, so you know, giving those units some attack is definitely strong. Ancient Synergy, kind of worse than usual, and it's really expensive. I'll take the Spike, it could be good. And Frostbite 6 versus Rage 4 on Incant. Both are pretty insane. How interested am I in a sweep unit here? Pretty interested. We don't actually have a good way to hit the back. So I think I'll take that and then go for space and look to have the Lady of the House, the Soul Guard, and the sweep unit on the bottom. And then just set up our big burnout floor, a floor up, and probably ignore this floor that stuns us for 2 turns. And which boss is this? Man, this one again. Alright. It's gonna be tough, but don't think we can do a whole lot about it. Oh, and we of course get Dante at some point as well. Well, we can maybe play him on the burnout floor. That should be okay. Yeah. Alright. I'm definitely taking draw here. Again, so many of our cards cost 0. Wait, I just said I was taking capacity. Oh my god. Well, that's embarrassing. Huh, okay. That's a really dumb mistake that I definitely just made. Well, that means the Cold Celia is going to be a lot worse, I'll tell you that much. But we'll figure it out from here, I think. Alright, so probably going this way, get some unit upgrades, and a little bit more Pyre health is good. Let's see, burnout. Yes, the Lady of the Reformed definitely wants a little bit more health. These drafts want to be improved. So yeah, let's go this way. Let's see where champion can get up to here. 90-90 champion, or deal Frostbite. I mean, I would love to do this, but it's just, the problem with this champion is always the lack of health. 555 health is just so rough, and we don't have any way to like really enhance it. So we're gonna go for Titan Channel 2. You have to cast 5 spells to get Sunline, which is a lot. Nice to do that. Alright, well, quick on sweep is usually a pretty winning formula, so I'll be doing that. And then definitely looking to get it some extra attack as well. Just straight up health on the Lady, over the Incant, I think. Now we can't afford a reroll plus attack, that's really awful. Alright, I screwed this up in a variety of ways, I will say that much, but I think this is still winnable. I'm making it as hard as possible on myself right now. I have to think a little bit about how I'm going to set up my floors. This quick Cold Celia, I'm not really doing it all that well here. And then we're about to get a Dante soon, and we have 2 tanks, though our champion can be a tank at 90 health. Of course, the problem is you kind of want it on the same floor as the Lady of the House with her Incant 4 armor, but maybe we just have to let that go. And then we can play, like, say, Cold Celia plus Lady on the bottom, maybe Soul Guard in front of our Dante, and then like a burnout floor somewhere, something along those lines. I will say I'm not playing this very well, and there's just stuff I keep getting thrown by in the challenge as well, so overall, not feeling great, but you know, we're still in it, we're still in it. 6 attack, probably a little too scary. Our tanks are kind of squished, so keep that one off. Alright, smaller bottom floor is probably okay. So I am still going to go for the sweep on the bottom, even though our sweeper doesn't do very much damage. Well, gosh, maybe that's just not even that good. Well, it will kill this crap though, which is important. Alright, I'll do it. So we'll go this one here, this one here, Soul Guard top, and play a candle. I managed to play the ladies backwards as well. This run has been something. This run has really been something else. Alright. I mean, I kind of am just prized into doing this now because I've screwed this up, so hopefully we get through this fight. Anyway, Mollusk Mage, I guess, can go sit with our champion, maybe? That seems fine. Sure, have fun. Not really a lot of places for this drag. So, let's see. I'm going to start up here. I think I discard the... No, I want to play this. I'll discard the Wade. Then play a Giraffe back here. That's pretty good. And we might as well throw the dragon away. No harm in that. And this. Alright. So we have 3 energy. So we'll skip out on the steward for sure. Get the other draft going. Get another Mollusk Mage, why not? And then... yeah, I guess I play the candle to maximize the chance of hitting the amulet. That makes sense to me. Okay, did it. We're almost there on our incant. So this will finish our incant and kill this guy. That's great. I guess you can get tossed in here for it just to prevent some damage. And there we go. Bottom floor not doing too well. But what can you do? Alright, well here we get to play our Flash Freeze, and we get to start actually incanting on this floor now that the Soul Guard's done, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to kill that. I am going to heal here, I think. Purge this, and throw you out there. Well, there's the Wax and Spike. Doesn't really help since the boss is stealthed forever, but what can you do? So I guess we'll just apply max Frostbite that we can here. And play another Dreg. And I guess we may as well play one up here too. Sting 66. I'm going to trust in our champion. It's got pretty massive stats. So I'm just going to get rid of all the self-mutilations and let go of the Flash Freeze there. okay. And we even get to avoid the worst fate. Alright, made some mistakes, but then cost us too much. I mean, these are both pretty good. I think I'd take the Guardian's Amulet again. We have all the foregone powers to try and discard it, and Sap 4 is on the whole floor is quite powerful. The Drain's pretty good too, as is, like, these are all excellent choices. I'd be happy with any of them in my deck, but I think the Offering Synergy is pretty strong. These ones not as much. Okay, looks like Dante has arrived, which is nice. So, I don't think it did anything special for spells, right? We actually have no spells that benefit from spell power, it's pretty great, but he does have 10 stacks of multi-strike, so definitely want to go to this Merchant of Steel ASAP. In the meantime, we can duplicate Dante. Obviously, he's better to duplicate once you improve him, but even duplicating him now does a little bit. He's still a 3310 for the time being. It's not so bad. And we are gonna try and actually pick up space from the next boss, probably. So he could end up being our DPS, and we just kind of ignore these drafts, even though they're still pretty good. And we have our big incant floor on the bottom, and then have our Lady of the Reformed plus like 2 Dantes, looking to pick up the rest of the slack. And we can even apply Wax and Spike to Dantes, and they'll get extra burnout from the Lady. It's pretty decent. So I don't hate that plan. It gives us a little bit more fire health to play with, versus we can get money and try to spend, but we don't actually want to spend at the moment, so I think I will go this way. Pick up an extra Dante, and definitely remove Train Stewards at this point. Ooh, it's a wild one. Oh no, not this boss. This has to just be a run ender on this challenge, right? This is gonna have 26 stacks of stealth. How in the world do you ever get through that? Oh my gosh, okay. In the meantime, don't think we can take multi-strike, but I just don't see us winning this. I don't know how we can strip all the stacks. I guess we abandon the bottom floor and try to fill it with some trash later, but it's just, I don't see it working. Especially since we don't have the extra space for all these Dantes yet. Like, it's just gonna be... we just don't have the health for everything. Maybe I can try to set up the incant floor on the bottom and try to make my Lady really have a lot of extra health. Plus Soul Guard has 90 to begin with. And then we just hope they strip as much stealth as possible. We set up Lady... The drafts... Are the drafts better than Dante's right now? Just barely not, so space-wise, like, they're still better. Oh my lord, okay. Yeah, I think that has to be the play. And the Cold Celia just doesn't get to do anything, I guess, because we just want Dante's at the top or something. I really don't see us winning this one, but we did learn a lot. I like that part. Do that, and then... this doesn't really matter. we got the other draft. That's something, I think. The lady down here. Dante going. So far, this plan is not exactly working, but what can you do? +9 and burn out 2. I guess. Yeah, I think I play an extra one of these up here for now. Certainly we'll need it in the future. Alright. Can I force this to discard the amulet? I can do a 50-50 at best. I guess I will. So, it's Wicklash here. Play these things above. And then, of course, get horrifically unlucky. So far our plan of stacking lots of health on the bottom floor is working backwards instead of forwards, not where you want to be at all. And these guys are about to wreck our face here, so if I kill you, does that stop the complete nonsense? Let's find out. Okay, it doesn't quite kill. Let's play that. Okay, it's fine. And we'll just do this. Okay, 26 stealth is obscene. These guys are also not dying, which is bad. Start with this. Heal this. I'll lead these guys through. It's gonna be 50, so this hits twice, this hits once, it's 27. Doesn't technically kill us. Best I can do otherwise is play a foregone power, which doesn't really even do that much, so I think I just let them go and apply some frostbite to the boss here. Oh, I missed the harvest there. Don't think we were beating the boss anyway, so not too relevant. Alright, well I learned a lot about this challenge. I think I might just give it another shot here. We were working with a pretty good combination, I think. That boss in particular is going to be challenging, and obviously I made several mistakes throughout that run, so there's some stuff to improve on. So I'll just be trying this one again. Alright, so I give it a little bit of thought, and I do think the alternate Stygian makes a lot of sense. Getting doubled up on that incant is pretty powerful, but I think as good as the Melting Remnant can be here, I might try the Awoken instead. And the Restore is going to be a bit better, giving us double regen, and anything with Rejuvenation triggers is just going to get out of control. We're going to need really tough tanks to survive those bosses, so this might be a good combination for it. Let's give that a go. Alright, Mollusk Mage is here again. Sharp can give us 8 spikes and their Guardian's Amulet. Still good. Don't know about the Sharpen. Alright, and just always the same boss, nothing ever changes. And our options are getting extra energy or getting a little bit of extra magic power. Generally a big fan of Hell's Banner. Tempered Talisman. We don't have any direct damage, so it just makes the restores a bit better, which is fine, but just not that exciting. I think I'd rather go ahead and grab a Hell's Banner. And see what our options are this time. So, this is a little more doable with the Awoken because we can actually heal our champion. So, that's somewhat tempting, though this one is also good, and we can just look for an Awoken tank. So, I think I'm gonna opt for that strategy rather than trying to heal our champion here. Alright, enemies on each floor. Well, as we learned that last time, this is pretty devastating with them having additional rage, so we're going to keep this one off. And for this first one, I think we'll set our champion up on a higher floor, maybe. Yeah, probably all the way on 3. It's fine despite the days. And I'm just gonna throw all these guys down this level. Do as much damage as we can. Alright. Definitely want to play one of these restores, I think, maybe both of them. I do need to start playing a few spells up here, but I can't restore any. Well, I guess I could restore the Collector if I really wanted to. It's not that bad. I do need to play one of these to survive, so I gotta do that. And then, okay, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna do this. I think being cant's worth it. Not really killing things particularly effectively here. Where's the rest of our train stewards, man? Alright. Here, yeah, we'll just... I guess I can play the smallest mage, or still leaves room for steward, and then just apply as much crossby as I can. Okay, we finally drew the other steward. Definitely need to play him. Awkward to draw both these at the same time, and without an extra unit to get the trigger for our energy, so that all sucks. What does 8 spikes do for us? It kills this, which is pretty good. I think it's probably worth it. Alright, and here... so much stealth. I mean, we have to play the steward, I think. Then play restore for sure, and do this. And I think this is better off on this floor than the one above. It's down just 1 stack of stealth, and we're killing. Alright, very nice. These first fights are really difficult with the extra stealth, but managed to get through it. Couldn't take the trial, unfortunately. Alright, I don't think I'm too interested in these. We have 2 Mollusk Mages already, and they're already kind of bad. Don't really want a big damage spell, I don't think. The Frostbites do well enough in that department, so skip on that, and don't necessarily mind the extra heal. The Sharpens are a lot better than usual, it's just so many spikes. They are a little expensive though. I think I'll just take the extra heal here. And then we'll definitely be looking to pick up a unit. We need something to carry us for now. Though, making the Sharpens cheaper would go a long way, and I kind of want an Unwoken unit, but still, I don't think we can get through the second fight without something. Multi-strike can attack, right? Spell weakness 2, huh? It's interesting, for sure. We can give it multi-strike for some massive spell weakness. We don't have good spells to pair with it yet, but... Oh, it has multi-strike. Oh my god, the multi-strike applies. Oh my gosh, okay. This is pretty ridiculous. King Can't not really doing much for us, I don't think. Alright, we have the Sweep Boss and a Spike Grantor. That's really awkward. It's gonna be hard to keep this alive a little bit, though we have a bunch of restores to heal it with. I'm gonna try this, we just need units. Oh, they get double the armor too. Okay, well we hit for 33, so that's not really a huge concern. Though we do need something to sit in front of it to at least absorb the hits initially. Our champion not going to do too hot against the boss anyway. So if I play this here by itself, it just dies, right? Because it takes 6 and then... Oh god, the spikes are doubled as well. That's terrifying. I think I played both these at the bottom. This is a little bit awkward. Wait, why are you dying? Oh, right, because you're gonna hit them 3 times, of course. Okay, well. You know what? We're learning things. We are learning things, I'll tell you that much. Certainly like a restore here. And God, the Sharpen is going to make me start attacking, which is bad. I like the spikes, but the attacking is actually bad for us. Three for 5. Kill this thing. God, this challenge has been awkward. Okay. I'm a train steward, that's something. You're all basically making it. There's not a lot I can do about it. Need to heal this up and just give it more spikes. I really don't know. Don't know how I'm killing this boss. Does this help? I mean, it can't hurt, probably. Maybe it can, but it should get rid of a little bit of extra stealth for me, which is something. I'm gonna play some stewards, which will give me some energy. Yeah, the Frostbite's not even hitting the boss here, which is really awkward. But I rather reduce, because the problem is I'm gonna kill myself when this guy spikes. So I actually think I have to do this up here to make these guys not deal as much damage to the pyre. And then we'll just throw some frostbite this way. I think I'm beating this one. Just none of these cards accomplish a lot. Of course, all of our frostbite's now gone. Yeah, I mean, it's the best I've got. It's not gonna be good enough, I don't think. Alright, he's still stealth for the fire, too. Okay. Alright, maybe this one's a little tougher than I had anticipated. So we'll call it there for now and come back to it another time. Thank you for watching. This was definitely an interesting one. And we'll see if we can do better in the future.